Okay, 3, 2, 1, and we're starting.
Alrighty.
We're listening down first. Okay.
And we're back.
Finally,
Yep. It's been what? It's been
November.
a couple months. Well, hello guys. Welcome back to Stays in the Room. We're kind of doing a rebranding right now.
We're
It's
still
with
undecided.
yeah, we're still undecided about that. It's your guest Jose
Israel.
and yeah, let's get started to Stays in the Room. Well, first since it's been a while, how you been? How you been? How's life been? Da, da, da.
Single.
Yeah.
SFL for life. You know what I'm saying? Single for life.
Single for life. Yep, I got it. I'm that old man. I'm that old.
Went to the gym first time in months. Pretty much since the podcast, really. I applied for a job.
Ooh, where?
Table 22. It's next to Roses.
Okay.
Mm. Hopefully I get it applied, or hopefully I get the job there. So make some extra money.
That sounds good.
What about you?
Um, well, also single.
Yeah, you know.
Well, you actually don't know because I was in a relationship. After the podcast ended, I got in a relationship and now I'm out of the relationship.
Yeah, you're still single.
Yeah, just yesterday. Yeah. Um,
PIMP. Pimp.
you're stupid. Yeah, so also single. School has been great. Exercise has been great. Unlike him, I've been exercising at least 2 to 3
Oh, I
times a
still
week.
exercise.
I
I
know
just
you
don't go
still
to the
exercise, you just don't
gym.
go to the gym. Well, I've been
Play
exercising
basketball
or
every
going to the
Monday.
gym 2 to 3 times a week, even if it's just to like walk or something. I at least try every week or so to get like a 3, 4 mile walk in just to clear my mind because.
Yeah, when we went to the Riverwalk that one day, oh my goodness.
Well,
The rest of the day my legs were dead. Like I had shin splints and everything.
oh my goodness, you need to get your knees checked out, boy.
No, shin splints is right here.
Oh, eh,
And then playing basketball, because it was Monday too. Playing basketball, oh my gosh, I could not run.
oh.
I'm
But yeah, no,
old.
my week has my our time apart has been good.
Man, we're not really time apart.
Well, yeah. No, from like the
Oh,
podcast.
from the podcast,
Last time they
yeah.
saw us, I had hair.
I had
Um,
less hair.
yeah, I cut it off to grow it back, stronger, better,
Thicker.
thicker. Yes. Uh, yeah. So, still listening to a lot of podcasts. Actually, I don't know what podcast I told them I was listening to before, but I'm still listening to
Shits and gigs.
Shits and Gigs. I have the
That was
BT,
that was really the only one you really listened to back then.
yeah, but now I have the BTS podcast, which is three Nigerian girls, and it's hilarious.
Yeah,
They
it's
do
not
dilemmas and
actually
stuff.
BTS.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not Blitz. Bangtan boys, Bangtan scouts.
That's what they're called.
Yeah, Bangtan scouts.
That's horrible.
Well, it's Korean. No wonder.
That's still horrible.
yeah. Yeah. So podcast. Still listening to podcasts. Been watching. I watched almost every single Celtics game since the beginning of the season. Still. We'll probably have a basketball segment a little later. Just be aware of that for those of y'all who don't like basketball and are watching. Um, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Mental's been wavering as of late, but we'll talk about that in our therapy session when we talk about like all that stuff. We're and introduce a new segment called therapy session, and we'll just talk a little bit in the room.
The DTS, daily therapy session.
Yeah,
And not daily, but
yeah,
weekly.
just to check in on each other because we say how our week has been, but then it's also like what's like actually like going on mentally and like checking in, making sure that like mental is good and stuff like that.
As if you're going to the barber.
Yeah.
Call that segment the barber shop.
Yeah, the barber shop. But yeah, uh, is there anything you wanna like?
There was
About your
something
week?
there was something that was on my mind, but I completely forgot. Um, Dang, I forgot. You know when you like forget something and it's just like annoying? That just happened.
Yeah, it's like right there, and then it's like.
Yeah.
But
Going out of town this weekend
oh yeah.
for that church thing. That's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be fun.
Give me some church girl if you. No, I'm playing.
Well, shut up.
I mean, last time there was a girl who was fiending for like this one kid that I was camped with. Um, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Well, hopefully there's a basketball court because last time all I did was play basketball. Hopefully,
Fingers crossed.
um, I don't. I'm pretty sure I heard there's a basketball tournament there, but I don't know. I think it was like a 3v3 thing. So
Oh, that'd be cool.
yeah,
Um, so do you want to get to the things that I want to talk about today?
sure, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
make sure you have the thing you posted on the Instagram.
Oh yeah, I know that. So I got it from. So I've been like, as I've been watching podcasts and stuff like that, and like going through my like since we finished the pod last time. Like I've been writing down like topics, questions, and stuff like that to like go through and like, oh, like what are your thoughts on this? Um, so while watching the BTS podcast, they were talking about like what are some tell telltale signs to like walk away from a relationship. Like I know you're in high school, I'm in college. We don't have that like fully adult experience
Yeah.
yet, but like what for you like what are some like personal signs that you're like, oh, I need to step away, and what are some signs like I just need this person kind of out of my life. You don't have to like rag on them. Like I knew you was thinking doing that because I saw your
I don't even know
response.
what rag means.
Like like be like, oh, like when she's annoying me, da, 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 da.
Oh,
like like some personal also like when you realize like, oh, for betterment of me I need to step away, and like for the betterment of them, like, oh, I need to leave them because like I know you had a bad breakup before before this last one. I don't know how bad this one was, but hopefully we can get a little insight on like and just like talk about how you're
I'm pretty sure the number one thing for everyone is too many friends.
how many friends.
Yeah, like or of the opposite gender.
Okay, that's most definitely a high school thing, but carry on,
Sure.
carry on.
But like, so say like you are talking to this girl, and then
Mm-hmm.
y'all two go out, and like it's a very highly populated place, so say Busch Gardens or something.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is probably a high school thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you go to Busch Gardens with her, and then every 2 seconds she runs to a guy and be like, "Hi," like that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I get that, but
But then it's also like people's personalities because I know if I saw one of my friends, I'd do the same thing. So
yeah, that's
sometimes it can be pushed aside, but sometimes not.
yeah, I get that. That's kind of understanding. Like I guess that's part of like the masculinity thing. Like, oh, like why I'm the only guy that you should be talking to and stuff like that. Like you should be talking to other dudes and stuff. Um, whoa, did you do like
Yeah,
the voice change? Yeah, but I get that. I feel like that's more of a high school thing, and
because what?
not saying like you're insecure, but it could be insecurity. Is I know it's not you, but like some people might be insecure, and that's why they
Yeah.
and you don't maybe trust her as much. So it's I wouldn't say it's just friends of the opposite sex. I would say mm, like
Shoot, with me,
in college at least, it's like not having the not having trust in my partner to like, oh yeah, like I trust you. We'll be able to do. You'll be able to like hang out with Carlton and it'd be okay. Like I won't be
Carlton.
worrying.
For
But
me, for me, it's
yeah,
more just jealousy because I'm a very jealous person.
yeah. But also low key jealousy
I
is
mean,
also kind of
like
insecurity.
look at dad.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean that is. Why you putting that into this?
um, but no,
But I get
like
what you're saying.
when I was in like other relations or when I was in like past relationships and stuff, um, my girl would go hang out with her female friends. I'm like, bro, we could hang out or something. Like, I'd still be jealous. It could be the same gender, whatever. Like,
That is honestly crazy.
yeah, no.
And
But I'm controlling it. Controlling it.
so I guess in like my college like slash adult relationships, I feel
Damn,
like
plural.
yeah, I feel like that is I feel like time apart is a lot better when you're not in high school. Like when you're not in high school and it's like time apart is better because it's like they got stuff going on, you got stuff going on. So it's like we don't need to see each other all the time. But when we do see each other, it's great and that's like perfect. And when we're apart for like a couple weeks, couple days, like it's fine. Like we're gonna be okay. Um, but kind of like how you said, like, oh, we could have been hanging out together. Like I feel like as I'm getting older, I used to be the same way. Like, oh, why are you hanging out with them? Hang out with me. But now it's like I want you to have a life outside of me because
And shoot, with me, I'm
because
just
I like you for you. I don't like you because like I don't like you with me. I like you because you're you. So you spending time with your best friend, oh, your one of your aunts, one of your cousins or stuff like that. Like
aunt. So hangs out with their aunt.
I don't know. Maybe some people hang out with their aunt. But yeah, just like
Grandma's understandable sometimes.
well, grandmas. I don't know. Some people
You
don't
hang out
have.
with your grandma.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I just say like I say it's okay to be jealous and stuff like that. And like
Well, you got to think though. I'm home 5 days a week. When I go, or when I'm like on the weekends, I want to go out and do stuff. So,
yeah, but
like,
so that
I
part I
hate being,
get.
you know, I hate being
But
home.
but at the same time, why don't you make friends? Why don't you go out with other people? Why don't you take Israel out on a date? Take yourself out on a date. I've been learning to do
How am
that.
I supposed to make friends if I'm home all week?
Well, I don't know. How do you go places? You go to the rec center, make friends at the rec center.
Have friends with a regular. It's strictly basketball.
Well, take it out of strictly
No, that's
basketball.
weird.
You say it's weird to take the relationship outside of basketball, but then you complain that you ain't got no friends. Make it make sense. Like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me?
Yeah, I made like 2 new friends this weekend.
That's two new friends this weekend. Like you're coming up, or this past weekend.
Last weekend.
Oh, okay. Hopefully you make more friends this weekend too. Shoot.
Both means interesting. I already know most of them. Yeah.
Well, still, like, because the good thing about you is you can drive and stuff like that. You're not dependent on somebody else. So it's like, if one of your friends is like, "Hey, like, what are you doing?" and you're like, "Nothing," I'll pick you up. Let's do something.
None of them do that. I do that.
No, I know you
I'd be
can.
like, I'd be texting people from my old school. I'm like, oh, what you doing this weekend? Oh, working. Oh, what you doing this weekend? Nothing. He's like, oh, you trying to do something? Oh, actually, never mind. I have a thing with my family. Like, bro, like,
Well, yeah, but you also gotta understand, like, when you like, sorry, this might get a little dark, but
people got
like I
lives.
can, yeah, people got lives, and at the end of the
Yeah, I
day,
know.
if you can't enjoy your own company, how are you gonna enjoy somebody else's?
I enjoy my own company 5 days a week.
Make it seven.
7's too much.
No, I get that, but like, yeah, if you can,
Well, you know that like, I'm just like not a homebody.
yeah, you just.
Whenever mom and
But if
dad go out,
anything,
I'm
go
out.
outside and walk or something. Like, just touch earth. You're stupid.
Doing exactly what you told me.
So what are you got any other things when to walk away from a relationship?
Huh?
When to walk away, or like when you realize, oh, it's time to walk away.
If conversation is just not going, I know we've said this before, but like if conversation is not flowing or anything, it's dead. Like if it's a dead like relationship, like, I don't know.
No, I get that.
Like you know when you like you're talking to someone and then
Yeah,
like it's just
it's honest. It's just honestly, you can
it's
have the
just
same conversation with an AI.
yeah, it's just draining and dead.
Yeah, I get that. Um, One thing that I will say is like on your end is when you're realizing like what's it called when they need their space, like, and you have to let them go. Like when it's time to walk away, like you have to let them go because either you're holding them back or they're holding you back. And out of like you
It's
don't
kind of
want,
what happened.
yeah, you don't want this relationship to end, but it's like I know me like Jose away from you is I need to fall back in love with myself, and you need to be you and like need to not worry about this relationship. This relationship is putting weight on you. Like I don't want that for you.
Then I was spot on.
Yeah, and like also like I know like some people like want you to fight for the relationship, but like starting to realize now it's like when like when the other person is like initiating the breakup, and you're like, oh, so you want to break up, and they're like, yeah, and you just like, I 100% understand. Like I feel like Because I see people on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. Like it's like, why aren't you fighting? Why aren't you fighting for like? And I think now,
It's not my choice, it's yours.
but I think now I'm starting to realize it's like I love you so much that I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay because I know this is betterment for you. So it doesn't matter like what we're like what this we got going on right here. Like I understand. Oh, you need this. You're initiating it. You probably thought about it. You're not just doing this out of nowhere. So I'm not gonna fight for it. I'm gonna be like, you do you. Take your if anything. If you need time, take your time. If you need space, take your space.
Yeah.
If you don't want this relationship going on, we don't have to keep this relationship going on.
I feel like
Because I love you so much, I'm not gonna hold you back. Is what I'm like. Basically, I realized like that something that when I realize a relationship is over is when you realize that like, and it's also like kind of going still, but like when you realize it's over is when you're starting to hold the person back, and they
yeah.
bring that to your concern. And they're like, oh, like I think this relationship isn't working, and it's like I get that. Like I love you, so go ahead.
I feel
I'll
like
be here
if
from the sidelines.
I've never been broken up with, um, like I feel like if a girl came up or like if a girl I'm dating or something came up to me and was like, "Oh, I don't think we'll work," or "I don't think this is gonna work out," or anything, I was gonna be like, "Okay."
But don't be no so nonchalant about it.
Well, yeah, obviously, yeah. Like, well, it also depends on the relationship. Like,
So if it's
it,
like, so your last one, were you nonchalant about it? Like, okay, like yeah, or I mean, obviously you initiated it, but were
yeah.
you like, I want to break up, and then you just hung up, or like ended the call? Or was it like you guys sat down, had an understanding why you feel this way, why she feels like this thing should keep working or keep trying or something like that?
No, I like told her like a full explanation on like why. So I wasn't like we're done. Period. Block.
Oh yeah, obviously. I would hope not. Let us say money if I knew host.
No.
um,
Co-host, co-host.
host, yeah. Um, so that was kind of like more relationships, but friendships because I put relationships and friendships, but I feel like we've been talking more about the relationship part. So,
Man, I don't even know about friendships.
and I feel like honestly, like relationships when you're broken up with or something like that, they hurt, but I feel like you move on. You
Yeah,
move on, like you'll be hurt for like a couple weeks, but you move on. But I feel like losing a friendship, losing a friend,
a good friend,
a
not
good
just like
friend
an
is
acquaintance.
I feel like honestly might be I'm not saying like first love breakup, but like like
Like a side.
number two, like no, your second breakup in high school is probably like the same. Not saying like because I know your second one was your first love, but like your second relationship after your first breakup, I feel like it's kind of like that, but it's like a little bit worse. So it's between your first love breakup and like your like regular high school breakup, and then it's like losing a good friend. Because I had one of my friends text me over the weekend, and they were like, "Hey, hope we can sit down and talk sometime." Da 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 da.
Biggie.
No, I haven't been like for example, yeah, that hurt. That hurt because like we we used to talk every day. We used to call, check in, da da da, all that, and then out of nowhere,
Chat.
it got like it just
Yeah.
stopped. I get it. They moved to like another town for college, but like it genuinely hurt more than it hurt breaking up with number two. Like number two, honestly, next day I was fine. Like
Well, I mean,
shh, shh. Number two.
Neil said it in a song.
But like
July
losing
15th.
losing that friendship was a lot. And like I have this one the one a friend who texted me over the weekend. Was like, hey, can we meet up? But it was just like we had like somewhat of a sorry, I know. We
I
had
feel
some
like Judge Judy. She's like,
we we had somewhat of like I went through a traumatic experience. Like they were drunk and in the middle of Ybor, and I just felt like very out of place, not knowing I've never been to Ybor before, like going out by myself.
previously.
Yeah, previously. So they were drunk, and it was just me and that person, and it got very overwhelming. So I like made sure they were okay, got them home safe, like made sure they were good. Next day, made sure they were good. But after that, I just couldn't spend time with them because every single time I hung out with them, I low key couldn't trust them, just because like I knew,
You're like you're babysitting.
yeah, and like I can't if I can't trust you out in public, how am I gonna trust you in our friendship? Because I told you it's overwhelming when people get drunk around me, and I have to take care of them. Like if I have help, it's fine, and I know I'm not a good drunk. I know I'm not a good drunk, but like I'm not overwhelming. I'm not overwhelming. So yeah, so I kind of had that. I didn't talk anything. Like I just distanced myself little by little, and they just contacted me over the weekend. We're like, hey, can you sit down and talk? But I don't want to talk because the friendship is over, and I don't want to keep pushing this longer than it needs to be. Like friendship's over.
Yeah.
I feel like that's an adult thing, but like, how about a high school thing? Like, I know petty reasons like, oh, talking crap, oh, you took my ex or something like that, but
Honestly, I don't really like all my relationship or like all my friendships and stuff. Um, like when I was in school, I still had like a bunch of friends, and then once I left school, gone, done. Like
so were they really? So did that kind of like annoy you because like you had supposedly all these friends and out of nowhere it was like,
yeah, well, like that was so I had like realized like oh none of them like were gonna reach out or anything like late July, early August. And that's also when the big thing happened, and then I was like, people be fake.
yeah,
I was gonna say the end, but
oh my
yeah, I
gosh.
don't know if we say it. So like I realized like oh people are fake, and then like it just didn't bother me after that. And then like now I'm like more wise on who I consider friends and stuff. Well, even before like who I considered friends, like even when I was in school, I only considered a few people my actual friends, and
Yeah,
more people acquaintances. That's kind of what you did.
yeah.
But oh,
But I feel
love
like
this.
honestly,
That's
like
that's
shout out to
just
mom because that's honestly how I viewed most of like if you we were friends in high school, we were friends. Like most of y'all were acquaintances.
yeah.
Like and I feel like that is crazy how like I didn't realize how similar I was to mom because she was always like, "Oh, I have acquaintances. I don't really have a lot of friends." And I was like, "So acquaintances are your friends?" She
No,
was
no,
like,
but like the
"But
thing
then
is,
you can like when you're older, you can tell the difference between an acquaintance and a friend."
yeah, and honestly, I'm glad like, well, even like me, we've learned that very early.
Yeah.
Because most people they find it out late 20s, mid 20s, but like with us, we learned it junior year, sophomore year, and um, like you just know like who's real and who's not. I mean, like
Yeah.
if they're your actual friend, like when I was talking to one of my friends, they're always like, "Oh, my friend, blah 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 blah. We were gonna hang out," and then I would always ask like, "Oh, do you guys like text and like do you guys like call and stuff?" Because like that's what friends do. Like they talk often,
Hmm.
and then they'd be like, "Oh no, the last time we talked was a couple of weeks ago." That's your acquaintance. That's not your friend. That's your acquaintance.
Well, I feel like so you said
Because
they would hang out.
what do you mean?
They would hang out like,
Or like, or not even that. Like it just they would just be like, I wouldn't say small check-ins, but like it'd just be like,
but I feel like it depends because there some of those are acquaintances, but some of those are friends because like I have one friend who like sometimes I got stuff going on, sometimes they got stuff going on, but like at the end of the day, it's small check-ins. Or like sometimes we don't talk for a couple days, and
but
it's
no,
like,
it's not even like check-ins or anything. Like, oh, how are you doing? It's just like, hey, I'm gonna be here. Go or something.
oh no, okay,
Like it's not like how like my me and my best friend from Armwood um our relationship like we don't text or call at all, but like I invite him, he invites me,
and you
and
make
like
time.
yeah, like we check in with
Okay,
each other here and there.
yeah,
And then
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
when we're with each other, it's like strictly like we're with each other. Like there's like we're not on our phones, we're not.
Yeah.
talking to other people. We're spending quality time together.
And I feel like that's a new I feel like that's a new like sign for the new generation is if you can like someone who you somewhat value.
If you ain't got no pictures of them in your phone, they're your friend, and you
Mm,
hang out with them a lot.
No, I feel like no because sometimes I hang out with my friends and I have a ton of pictures with them. But I think it's more like if you aren't on your phone as often as you would be if you were like with other people.
Yeah, that's
Because
like a huge sign. Because like,
yeah,
for
especially
instance,
in the new generation because like before like obviously back in the day there was no like phones like that but like I feel like nowadays like if you are present with more people like the more you value them although like sometimes family you see family all the time so it's
yeah,
different
that's
but like
different.
friends and people you don't see very often the more you're on your phone I feel like the less value the relationship has to you
Yeah,
because
because like if you look at like Macho, we can name it.
yeah we can name drop.
Macho, when he's not with us, always on his phone.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's with us, he's rarely on his phone, and if he is, it's just like quick.
A quick snapshot yeah.
Yeah, and then like if you look at like your other friends and stuff, always on their phone. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's like, oh, let's take a picture, make it seem like they're having fun, back on their phone.
Yeah.
Like that's what like some of our aunts do. Them. It pisses me off. Like, bro,
Drives you crazy. Why you gotta curse? Why you gotta
huh?
curse?
What?
Why you gotta curse?
You curse?
It
I
drives
didn't
you
curse.
crazy. Just ignore it. But yeah, it drives you crazy.
So it pisses me off.
Yeah, it drives you crazy. It's fine.
Oh my
It's
god.
better. It's for kids, man.
What? No, it's not. What kid is in high school listening to this?
Yeah,
Like,
for real. So you want to go on to the next one?
um, I had one, but I forgot.
Well, if you have it, just like bring it back because we're still gonna stay on the relationships and friendship
Yeah.
path. But what are a few things that you've taken away from past relationships, like and friendships? Like one I took,
Wait, what do you mean like taking away?
like taking away, like what is something that you realize, like oh, in this relationship
Loyalty over
or
love? Come on, man.
what?
Loyalty over love.
You say that and then you be switching up real quick.
Wow.
You be switching up real quick. Don't lie. Don't lie. You be switching up
Sometimes.
real quick. You say all
Sometimes.
that, but then as soon as love come in the picture, you flip it right back over. But yeah, no, that's a good one. One thing that I learned is you have to value yourself over everything at the end of the day because
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I mean, that's for everyone, really. Everyone you
yeah,
picture.
that's just in everything, friendships, relationships, just like work or anything like that. But yeah, value yourself over everything.
And then, like, one thing, like, I'm gonna say this, but, like, I'm still working on it. Like, I need to work on it. Like, changing yourself. Because, like, if you're changing, then, like, it's not good. So,
Yeah, and I feel like it's
I'm still working on that. So,
yeah, and like
that's, like, probably one of the hardest things. Because, like, you don't, like, really see it. But,
until
like,
you're out.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's like something I also realized too is like I didn't change myself in the last one. I was genuinely me, but um, like prior, it was like I would mend myself a little bit more. Like, what was that?
I don't know. I think that was, like, a throat or something. I
I'm
don't know.
dead. Like, what?
I felt him like, what is that? Like I didn't do that.
Oh, by the way, sorry, this is a more serious episode. We're back, so like we got a lot
Yeah,
to
it's,
digress. So yeah, but yeah, so
well, I could take it off of serious real quick. Congratulations for the regular cinnamon toast crunch.
boy, shut up. Yes.
I know you probably get like cinnamon toast bread
No, what's it called? I
or
didn't actually buy
cinnamon
that.
bread.
A roommate bought that.
Oh, this dude, this
I have
dude.
Publix cheesecake. Don't play. Come on.
Oh yeah, you do. But that's cheesecake. That's the difference.
Doesn't matter.
You gotta start getting the Sam's Club.
I don't have a Sam's Club card,
Have
so
mom buy it. Have mom buy it too.
I'm not gonna have mom buy cheesecake for me because I get way cheesecake still in there. You know the cheesecake been in there almost a week.
That thing will be gone. All the regular cheesecake, small little squares. I ate all of them
Well,
yesterday.
shoot. After this, you can tear it up. Go right ahead. Yeah.
It's not a joke, man, but not gonna say it. Pretend I don't like something.
What?
What?
I don't know what you're talking about, but
You're great.
yeah. So a few things you've taken away from past relationships. One thing okay. So let me do all three relationships. My first relationship, I learned that you need to stop apologizing for stuff you didn't do just to make stuff go away. So be genuine and like if
That
stuff didn't really happen,
that annoys me so much.
what?
Like when people are like, "Oh, I'm sorry," I'm like, "Why are you sorry? You didn't do nothing."
So
Like, why are you saying sorry so much?
can I finish?
My bad. I was
So personally,
continuing.
taken away from my relationship, I would say sorry just to get it over and done with because I hated conflict. I didn't like them being mad at me. I didn't like them like being annoyed with me. I just wanted to be around them, and it like physically hurt me when like they weren't around me because like we were fighting or something like that. So I'd just say sorry, like you were rude to me, and I just stopped talking to you for a minute because I'm like that was kind of rude. Instead of like having a discussion about it and being somewhat adults, I was in high school, but someone being adults,
You were
I
senior.
was, I was what?
Weren't you a senior?
Yeah, I was still in high school. You don't
That's
realize stuff until you get out.
that's practically an adult.
Um, but yes, like I was just like it was my first relationship also, so it was like
Yeah.
I wasn't worried about like that's not cool. Like I wasn't good with communication back then. So I would say yeah, like apologizing for stuff that you didn't do. Second relationship, just because you're comfortable doesn't mean that it's worth it. Because I was really comfortable, a little too comfortable, and I was losing myself. Like I wasn't as happy as I was. I was gaining a ton of weight.
McDonald's.
No,
Partially.
no, it was. Ooh. Uh, yeah. So gaining a lot of weight.
What animal was
A
that?
whale.
That sounded like a wooga.
A whale.
A whale don't make that
That's
noise.
what I'm not gonna do. Like no, I'm not doing
That's
a
a
whale.
cow.
That's not a cow.
That's a
Do you not
cow.
know the sound whales make? Make a whale sound.
Sploosh.
No, they make noises. You've never seen like Nemo or something like that? Animal Planet? Like, what are you talking about? No,
What are you talking about, man?
yes, back to yeah. So basically, like, don't get too
Noise.
comfortable. Don't be just genuinely be you throughout everything. And if they don't like you, then honestly, they're not the one. Third relationship is uh when you love someone so much that you need to let them go, you gotta let them go, and that you need to, and that like enjoying enjoying moments together is one thing, but like being dependent is another. I was independent, but like I was starting to become dependent, and it's good that like I low key got out. Um, and also that you're like the person you're gonna be with is different from you.
Yeah, it's usually just complete opposite.
Yeah. So like if you make snarky comments all the time, and you know they're like somewhat like their feelings can get hurt with snarky comments, you might have to not change yourself completely, but like maybe lower them a little bit, maybe not say
That's
everything that you want to say on your mind because like you value that person, you care for that person. So why would you
my intrusive
hurt?
thoughts be kicking in so much.
Do you say them out loud?
Yeah.
That that's not intrusive thoughts. Then. Intrusive thoughts come in and you're not supposed to say them. You're just dumb.
Well, I got no filter either.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go through all your relationships and
Oh.
tell me one thing that
So
you
the first one, um,
and don't be serious. Don't be like F them hoes or something like that. Be for real.
that's the hose after. Um, so the first one, I would say, don't let yourself get disrespected, and like,
You're going for your first relationship, right?
yeah.
Okay, okay, go ahead. Go. Carry on, carry on. Carry the hell on.
The first one is like, don't change yourself, or well, I mean, all of them are gonna be different, but
Well, you can
don't.
do like sorry.
Bless you.
You can do like just do like one thing that you learned from the first, and if it carries over to the other relationships, you're still learning it.
Okay, so
like,
then number one thing for all of them is don't change yourself.
in your loyalty over love thing.
No, that changed after the
That changed after number.
third one. Yeah, the third one. But the first one I would say is like don't let yourself get disrespected, and like, well, change yourself. The second one is or no, the first one is like don't get into a relationship just because that was the main reason why I even got into that relationship, for pride. The second one I would say is more don't let yourself get disrespected, and then that's why I left that one. The third one, I would say like make sure that like you're not giving your all into that person when they're using you, sort of like.
Don't give your 100% if they're only giving 50 or 20 or 30.
No, like it's not even that. It's just like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I do not know how to explain.
We'll just try, even if it sounds ugly.
Well,
Just
don't get manipulated. There you go.
don't give me like okay.
Manipulated, and then also like don't ruin your relationships you have with other people because for this one person, because like it's not worth it in the end. The fourth one, I would say like value yourself over that person, because this last one, like that was like the number one thing. Like I would have left before, like way before, if I didn't care about how that person would feel so much or feel afterwards.
But that's also part of. Sorry to cut you off, but that's also part of relationships, and it's. I would like not saying I'm tweaking yours, but like to add onto that, don't value somebody else's well-being over your well-being.
Yeah, like value yourself.
Yeah,
like,
no,
that's
no,
pretty much like the main thing I'm
yeah,
saying. But like,
I get that, but like just because like sometimes people do like value themselves over the other person, and it's like, oh, like you're nothing,
yeah,
just like back off. But like some people also need like that's something you probably learn from a relationship, but like also happiness and like their well-being over yours. But continue.
yeah. But no, for me it was kind of like my well-being, and or well, it was kind of like both. Like,
But you just knew how much the relationship would hurt them if it was
yeah,
over. Yeah.
yeah. But I also saw like how much it was already hurting them, like, well, and me, sort of. Like I was changing, and or I was becoming more unhappy with the relationship, and that person was becoming like more stressed with the relationship as well. So it was just like not like good. So just like value yourself, and or value each other more than the relationship.
Yeah. Because sometimes
Because like say no homo, but say me and you are in a relationship, and I see you're not doing good because of me, I'll break it off for you. And then say if I'm not doing good, I'll break it off for me. So like just you have to value like each other
yeah, and
over the
I feel like if
relationship.
you love each other enough, you love or like or care about the other person as much as you care about them. Sometimes you will put your like pride or like well-being aside for them because like honestly, sometimes it does hurt when you like value put them above yourself.
Yeah.
Like some people don't want to break up, but like breaking up is better for the other person because this is adding stress, anxiety, like they're becoming more depressed, like they don't feel comfortable in their somewhat own skin. So it's like you want them to be valued. That's crazy. The other one is crazy. That's hilarious. Um,
I'm not gonna make
but yeah. So do you have anything else or
it.
what is that? Friendships, relationships.
No. I want to take it off the serious though.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I got. So do you have something that you want to put? Because I have a am I the asshole?
What?
Yeah, I have an am I the asshole from Reddit. You want me to do it?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. So
I'm just
I
pop
see a
my
lot of
ankle.
people do this, like read "Am I the assholes" and they react to it. So basically, this one is "Am I the asshole for leading a girl on?" in quotation marks. So am I an asshole for leading a girl on? Quotation marks, leading a girl on.
I don't think so.
First of all, I need to finish the story.
Oh.
I'm not looking. Okay,
It's-
so starting now, I'm not looking for a serious relationship currently, but still do enjoy going on dates. I'm on Tinder and state that I'm only looking for something casual. I make it clear that I don't just mean sex and I would like to go on dates, etc. But I'm not looking to be exclusively with one person, not looking to be in a relationship. I get a good amount of matches, so I have been enjoying going on dates with people. There has been one girl I started going on dates with that I get on with well. That I get on well with. We've been bowling to a couple cocktail bars and on a day out, etc.
They in high school? Why they going
No, no,
bowling?
no. This is in high school.
I know, but why they going bowling?
Bowling is actually fun. That one over there on Sundays, you get unlimited bowling. Ooh, competitive side be coming out. Um,
I can't even do bowling. The next 2 days right here is sore.
no, for real. But
Well, I
okay.
mean, it's the way I bowl though. I bowl like a
Again,
native female.
though I made it clear to her from the start that I was only casual and that I will be going on dates with others. After 5 or 6 dates over a few weeks, she started talking about deleting Tinder. She said since we get on well, she wants to be exclusive with me. I apologized, but reminded her that I'm not looking for a relationship and that I'm still going on dates with other people. She said we could always give it a go, but I again apologized and refused. She says I've been leading her on since we've been going on actual dates together and that you don't go on days out with people you're not seeing, etc. I just remind her that she knows I don't want a relationship, and if she wasn't okay with that, then she should have said that from the start. One of my housemates is a woman, so I asked for her opinion on it, and she agreed with the girl and said I've been leading her on. The other housemate agrees with me. Am I the asshole for leading the girl on?
No, you told her.
Yeah, I feel like you're not.
Well, I mean,
I don't even know if this person's
we're-
gonna look at it, but I feel like they're not the asshole for like you can't be an asshole for like wanting to experience life.
yeah, like you're
And
just trying
like
to have fun.
yeah,
That's like the point I'm at. Like I'm gonna be talking to other girls, trying to hang out with other girls. But like I'm not trying to stick with one girl. But like if the time comes, then like like
yeah,
I'll slow it down, but not cut it off.
yeah. And I feel like I'm assuming he's communicating. He's communicating it as much as he can.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm not doing all this
Like
and that.
how you gonna say he leading you on yet? He's literally telling you that.
Yeah, and I'm like
Like, come on.
yeah, and honestly, like I don't see it leading on. Now, if he was like doing all this, but like didn't put in his profile, didn't tell her in person when she asked, didn't tell her again when she asked again, and he refused.
Yeah.
Like I feel like maybe then it'd be leading.
If there was no communication.
If there was no communication, and he was like, they're going on dates, they're having sex, they're staying at each other's house, or they're like seeing each other at school and stuff like that. They're cuddling, they're sitting at lunch together, they're doing all this and that, and was like not communicating anything, but then out of nowhere it's like, oh, I don't want a relationship. You're leading her on. But this guy isn't leading her on. He's not the asshole, I feel like.
And respect for him, because I wouldn't have communicated it.
Why wouldn't you communicate it? So you're an asshole.
No, like I would, like
you have to make your intentions clear from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying like outright like, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship. But like if you talk more than a couple days, you gotta be like, what are we looking for? Because I don't want to waste your time and I don't want to waste my time. I'm looking for fun. You might be looking for something serious. You're not gonna get serious here.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Oh, what? I don't know.
Come on.
like what?
What do you do? So like, how do you? So you just talk for weeks, and don't say anything.
This girl who I've been texting for like the past 3 days. It's only been 3 days.
So when are you gonna tell her you don't want a relationship, or does she?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I've talked to her and she was like, "Well, like let's take it slow," because she also got out of a relationship. So
I told you need to focus on yourself. I'm sorry I'm bringing this onto the pod, but you need to focus on yourself. You need to stop talking to them girls. You need to focus on you. Fall in love with Israel again.
I'm trying to get my bag up.
Yeah. So don't. Don't get your funny up. Get your bag up. Don't be funny.
I'm funny.
No, don't get your funny up. Funny is like talking to the group, sex, da da da. You don't do all that, but yeah. So yeah, I would just not the asshole.
Yeah.
Um.
Agreed.
So what did So what did you wanna? You said you wanted to make something funny, or that was it?
What? Huh?
That was it. Was that good for like bringing it back to funny?
I mean, that was serious too.
How was that serious?
Because it's relationship stuff again. Like the whale. Something random.
Okay, so I wanted to do this with you because I saw what's it called? I saw Kenny Beecham's podcast, which I've been listening to him too. I saw that he did this with his boys, but he didn't do it the way we're gonna do it.
Give me the fourth quarter.
So there are 15 teams in the NBA, right? 15 teams in each conference.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Okay. So I was thinking, how about we pick like players? We pick players that weren't all stars from each other, from each other's team, and who has a better team, they can decide. Or we
that
can,
is fun.
So, sorry, this is the basketball segment.
Wait, can we?
I know some of y'all. Wait, I know some of y'all don't like watching basketball or like listening to basketball.
Or understand
if
it
you
at
want,
all.
you can end the episode here. We appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment. If anything, like tell us if we should be more funny or you like this serious content. Let us know in the comments, or you can DM us on Instagram at Stays in the Room Pod, underscores instead of spaces. And yeah. So now we're getting into the basketball segment.
Well, since we're I guess doing this, can we like have a list? Because honestly, I don't know all the players.
No, yes. So
we're all stars and stuff.
So do you want to do a randomizer, or do you want to be like, with the first pick I want da da da? Because it's gonna be like, once you pick, like, say you pick Mike Conley, the Timberwolves are done.
So you only get one player?
You get one player from every single team.
Well, first I'm not picking Mike Conley. No, I'm picking Rudy.
I know. It was just an example. You know what example is?
Oh, my bad. I'm just saying.
Okay, so we can like be like first pick, like back and forth picks, like zigzag, and like say my first team, for example, Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum. He's an all-star, so I can't pick him. And then you're like, can I explain it? So yeah, so basically, do you get it?
So I say LeBron.
No,
I know, but example, you would say Jason Tatum. I say
LeBron, and then you go again.
Oh, so it's like 1, 2, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Stupid.
Okay, so do you want to do like East West, or do you just want to mix match?
Let's do East and West first.
Okay, so do you want to go from 1 to 15, 1 to 15?
Yeah.
Okay, so who do you want, East or West? Actually, we'll do flip a coin, but so you can pick.
Let's do West. I already know how.
Wait, heads or tails?
Heads.
Okay, it's tails. So I go first. So you picked what, West?
Yeah.
So I got East. My first pick, Celtics. I'm gonna go Kristaps, obviously.
First pick for me. So I'm doing West, right?
Yeah. So honestly,
I'm picking the Clippers. Give me James Harden.
And then go again.
So the Clippers are done, right?
Yeah, you can't pick another player from the Clippers. You should have a 15-man roster at the end.
So pick number 2. I'm gonna pick De'Aaron Fox, because I know he wasn't an All-Star this year for some dumb reason.
Okay, De'Aaron Fox.
So we're only picking from strictly the East and the West?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say we could do like zigzag, and it'd be like I pick the Celtics, you pick the Bucks, and then you pick like the Clippers, but you want to do East and West, so we'll do East and West.
Yeah.
Brandon Miller. So
he sucks. Not really. He's actually been dogging.
Yeah, he's gonna be my pick for the Charlotte Hornets. But going to number 2, the Cavs, I'm gonna go with probably Jared Allen or Derek.
Darius
I'll go with
Garland?
I'll go with Jarrett Allen, just because there are no like bigs.
Evan Mobley.
I'm
I feel like
I'm not
Evan.
gonna pick Evan Mobley over Jarrett Allen. You're crazy.
I feel like, but Evan Mobley's more of a defensive dog than whatever it's called.
Jarrett Allen. Okay, I'm gonna go
He's
with
just been,
Darius Garland.
he's just been hurt.
Darius Garland.
Okay. Oh, you're going again, right? What would you?
Yeah. So 3 is Bucks. I'm gonna go Brook Lopez. He's trash, but like, who am I gonna pick?
He
They got
always,
all stars.
um, I'm trying to like do it off the top of my head.
You need the standings. So you didn't do Timberwolves,
Give me Rudy.
and then
I'm gonna raise him up.
go ahead. Next one. You got
Okay,
Oklahoma City.
OKC. Give me Chet.
Okay. Chet.
Victor Wembanyama.
So now for
My team's gonna be
me,
dogging, bro.
New York. I'm gonna go with OG. OG Anunoby.
Are we including injured players or no? Because Julius Randle, I know his shoulders. Like,
He's an all star.
he was an awesome.
Yeah, he was. They replaced him though. And then Philadelphia.
Yo, there's no one. Kelly
There's
Oubre.
literally no one on Philadelphia. Oh, Tobias.
Yeah, Tobias. He's like 35.
Tobias still better than some better than some of your players.
Who?
He's gonna be better than some of your players. Denver.
Jamal. Actually, give me Aaron Gordon.
And there's the first example right there.
Nah.
Yes.
Tobias is not better than Aaron Gordon.
Phoenix.
Kevin Booker was an all-star. Katie was an all-star.
It wasn't. You're gonna have to go Beal.
Yeah. Give me ball. No, I'm kidding.
Yo. Okay, Indiana.
It was supposed to be
I'm gonna go
Bol.
Pascal for Indiana.
Yo, I forgot he was on that team.
And then Miami, I'm gonna go Jimmy Butler. Ooh, yeah, I'll go Jimmy.
Give me Victor.
Can you hold up? Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Pelicans.
Oh, this is hard.
They didn't get nobody on their team is all star.
Yeah, no. Zion or Brandon?
Or CJ. You want? I don't know.
Yeah, we already got De'Aaron and what's his face.
We're not doing it like that.
It's not gonna so be we're just doing like best team.
Yeah,
period?
just best team.
Well, I'm still not picking CJ. Well, you get the Xbox here, right?
Can you pick?
My bad. No, we should like get these teams together.
No.
That would be fun though.
It's not that hard. Zion or Brandon? Like pick. It's one or two.
Give me Brandon Ingram.
Okay, thank you. Finally. Dallas.
Luka. No, I'm kidding. Kyrie. I was surprised he wasn't an All-Star this year.
I wasn't. He was injured most of the season.
But he's been dogged.
Orlando, I'm gonna go with Franz.
Oh, he was. I was about to say it right now.
And then Chicago. That one's kind of hard because Kobe or DeMar. I love DeMar,
Kobe.
so I'm going DeMar.
I'd pick Kobe.
I love DeMar, so you know that DeMar's my guy.
DeMar here, the less I like it.
Ooh. Lakers and Golden State.
Huh?
Lakers and Golden State.
Lakers. Give me D'Angelo. Golden State. Give me JK. Jonathan Kuminga.
Oh. Just say his last name, if anything.
Honestly, I feel like Jonathan Kuminga, he's not going to be doing good in the playoffs. He's literally a post player. Like, he's up there with, what's his face? Giannis and, like, Joel Embiid and...
And then Atlanta, I'm going to go DeJounte. And then Brooklyn, I'm going to go Mikal.
What other teams I got?
me You have Utah.
Lori. And then
You have Houston.
Houston. Ooh. Oh, this is hard.
There's Jalen Green or Fred VanVleet or Dylan Brooks.
I'm picking Fred. Fred, he's been dogging lately. He got more blocks than LeBron. He got like what, 46?
Yeah, I think so. And then Toronto, I'm gonna go RJ. And then Charlotte, I'm gonna go Brandon Miller.
Those are all the teams, right?
No,
Oh, damn.
we're I think on.
Oh yeah, you still got Detroit.
I still got Washington and Detroit.
Kyle
So you
Kuzma.
got Memphis.
Yo, you know Denny Avdia, he dropped like 41 or 43 the other night.
Yeah,
That was
I
crazy.
saw that.
He still lost.
Memphis. And you
Memphis.
can't pick Ja because Ja's out for the season. You can't pick people that are out for the season.
Triple J.
Okay.
Yo, I swear Triple J sucks though. He's so bad. Can't stand pinpoint. He shoots like that one
You
unathletic.
act like you know basketball like that, boy. Shut up.
He sucks.
He does not suck.
The way he like shoots pisses me off. Oh my bad. It drives me crazy.
And then Portland.
Oh, the Shaden Sharp out of this season. Yo, I thought
Is he out for the season?
I think so.
Yeah, he's out for the season.
Yo,
He's a dog.
he's a
But can you
dog.
pick?
He's a dog. He was averaging like 20 points per game. Malcolm.
You're stupid.
What, Jeremy Grant? He sucks.
No, Anthony Simons. But you can't pick Anthony Simons. You already picked.
Yeah, Anthony Simons.
And
He's a
then
dog.
you obviously got Wemby as the last one.
Mama. Yeah, but that's his team sucks.
And
Bro.
then I'm gonna go Kuz and Jalen Duren.
Jalen Duren's a good pick. Marvin Bagley the third. Yeah, they have so much.
I think your team. I mean, honestly though, your team is very top heavy because like a lot of the top teams on the West got like a lot of good players on their team.
Wait, let me see too.
Okay. Yeah, so kind of going on a little Celtics rant. We're playing
No, my
great.
team's
Shut up and talk to yourself. Like goodness, talk to yourself in your head. Okay. Yeah, so Celtics have been doing great. Really proud of them. We're I think 31 games above 500.
Wait, 31 games above 500.
Yeah.
Don't you just say your record?
We're 43 and 12. But yeah, no, we're cooking. Like where we're at right now. Kristaps cooking, Jason cooking. Can you always interrupt me during my segment? Like, can I talk, please? Goodness, I don't be interrupting you during your. It's always basketball. You want to interrupt me? You don't want to interrupt me during the relationship stuff, though, huh? Yeah. So yeah. Celtics are doing great. Jaylen Brown did dunk contest. He did horrible. Like, not even gonna lie. He did horrible. Can I finish?
It's about the dunk contest.
I don't care. Did I pause?
I mean, right now, technically you are.
Yeah, because I'm talking to you. Because I'm being dumb right now.
But then I'm.
Yeah, Drew Holiday, love him. He does what we need him to do. Al Horford still cooking. Old as dirt. Been there since dinosaurs, but still cooking. I really like how we have our two-way guys aren't older players now. Like before, we had a 29-year-old and a 30-year-old. Now we have a 19-year-old and a 21-year-old. Drew Peterson, I think if he keeps developing in the G League, he's gonna become a good a bench piece. On Instagram, he's actually like a decent baller. Plays for the main Celtics.
JD Davidson is tough too.
Yeah, he can be a good backup if.
He has hops.
PP ever decides to go somewhere else.
Paint picture, he sucks.
Yep. We got Xavier Tillman and Jaden Springer. I think they're gonna be a good addition to the team. Jaden Springer brings that what's it called? The tenacious defense, and then Xavier Tillman can guard with the best of them. He in the Memphis series, he was low key better than AD for most of the series, and clamming him up. But yeah, no, we're doing great. I'm appreciating everything. My mood is dependent on the Celtics, and I'm glad that I've been happy all season. Besides a couple games here and there. Go ahead.
So back to what you said about the dunk contest. Tell me how he dunks the ball and then covers his face afterwards.
He honestly he should have got a redo for that
Like that
because
was horrible.
he didn't know what the guy did. Honestly, I don't think he actually watched the dunk because he was copying the last number 7 to be in the dunk contest.
Huh?
So the reason why he did that is because in a dunk contest, like back in I think 1990s, there was a Celtic number 7, D Brown, and he covered his covered his face in the air and dunked it. Like he covered his eyes in the air and dunked it. Jaylen Brown didn't. I don't think he watched.
He just dunked it.
I don't think he watched it, but he was supposed to do it like cover his eyes and dunk it, but he did it at the end. So a lot of people were making fun of him on like Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. And
One Jacob Topping's dunk, his was nice. Where it was like between the legs, 360. It was nice.
yeah, and honestly, I feel like the dunk contest
It was rigged,
they
or not rigged, but like the judges, because like so Jacob Toppin, his dunk, I feel like that should have probably got like a 49 or a 50. He got like a 70 or a 47 or something. But like,
because they wanted to see an all-star versus the defending champion. So there was honestly Jacob Toppin, Jaime Jaquez. It was pointless
well,
because Jaime Jaquez jumped over Shaq before Mac McClung. Mac and got a 46. Mac McClung does it. He got a 50. Make it make sense.
But like,
He did the same dunk he did on Taco Fall the year before.
what's it called? Like, I feel like the judges, they were more like,
They were trying to save
if they got it on the first one, then they would get a higher score. But because they got the second one, or like a second or a third attempt, like,
well, that's how it kind of is.
no, but before it was like,
no, that's how it's always been. We just don't see it because honestly, in between the legs 360, we've seen that before.
bro, have you seen?
We've still seen it before.
I was watching what's it called? The Dominique Wilkins versus Michael Jordan dunk contest.
That was back in the 80s.
Yo, all they were doing was windmills.
That was back in the 80s. That's why the dunk contest was really trash. Kids do that in freaking high school games. High school games. Like that's nothing. But we're getting closer and closer. Innovation just ain't a thing no more. Because it's been done.
Except that
we literally saw 2 people jump over Shaq in the same dunk contest. Jump over Shaq. So it's just like
I wonder who was the first one to do that.
I don't know. But
Jaime Jaquez
did it.
Jump over Taco Fall, and he should have won.
But yeah, All-Star game was trash. Too much scoring. And yeah, any team you're looking forward to like seeing the rest of the season go on?
Wow, healthy Knicks. Healthy Knicks for sure.
And me still the Celtics. Although it's gonna be cool seeing how the Bucks and 76ers react after this All-Star break. Because Joel Embiid still ain't back.
Yeah, he won't be out. He'll be back in like 4 weeks.
And supposedly, Giannis and Dame are gonna get it together. But you're 3-7 with Doc as your coach, and y'all lost to G League Memphis Grizzlies. Y'all lost to the Vancouver Grizzlies before the All-Star break. So I don't know if Dame winning those contests is gonna change something, but I don't think it will.
He said he was going through a divorce.
He is going through a divorce. As soon as he got traded, they got a divorce. But honestly, I get it. That's a lot to handle on your plate, but
yeah.
But if anything, hooping should be your escape. And I know hooping is the reason why you're getting a divorce, but hooping should be your escape. And I feel like Dame's gonna figure it out. Dame isn't the problem. It's everybody else around him. Dame and Giannis ain't the problem. It's Brooke Lopez, Chris Middleton.
They're not the problem. That's the problem.
What?
Because they were good when they had Adrian Griffin.
They were decent. They weren't good. They were decent.
They were the second seed.
Decent. Now they're third. What's the problem?
Yeah, they're on the This 3 game out of 10 wins.
Really?
3 out of 10. You just said yeah.
Oh, right. You said
3
3 out of 10 wins. Now it
3 out
makes
of 10
sense.
wins.
Now it makes sense. No, because the way you said it, it made it seem like they were 3 wins away from the 10 seed.
Yeah.
So I was like, how?
I want to see how the rookies like. I want to see like Scoot, Brendan Miller. I think he's gonna like.
He low key, if it wasn't Chet and Wemby, like being all year, and Brandon Miller like would to keep this going, he probably could have been rookie of the year. But he's probably not
He's
going.
averaging like what 24 in the
I
past
think
14
he's
games or something.
20. I honestly think 27 or 25.
He's
I think it's
been
something a little higher than 24.
he's been dogging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the new Charlotte Hornets. They're actually fun to watch now. The Charlotte Hornets.
I don't even know if you know his background.
He's not. He's not. I don't. I think he's out for the season. Like Lonzo.
Actually, supposedly Lonzo's coming back.
I'm not holding my breath.
Oh, he should be back.
Yeah.
Hour.
Yeah. Well, that's how normally is. But I guess we'll call it quits right now. Thank you if you made it this far. If you have any like
Appreciate it.
basketball comments, you can type down below. We'll probably respond, or you can DM us. Probably respond. But yeah, no. Thank you for tuning in. To serious, fun sports and talk.
Serious, fun, sports and talk.
No,
F
not no.
S
Yeah.
T.
But yeah, no. Appreciate it, and we'll catch y'all later. Next week, probably same time. Alright, catch you later. Bye.
Ah!
Any day now. You know they're still recording.